In this video, I tell you the best way to get compensated per click, which is another technique to make PayPal Cash online for totally free this year 2022. How to make it happen? We're going to find out. This is the means by which to get paid per click. This technique is totally free, you are not paying for anything. No type of selling, and no secret charges at all. You don't have to have some kind of specialized ability or even related knowledge, since this technique here is simple to execute and fledgling amicable. This is your lucky day on the grounds that in the present video I'm going to show you the specific moves toward carrying out, and I will direct you through the entire cycle. Before we start, welcome to Digital Success, where we show you how to bring in cash online is the least difficult way to try to buy into this feed. Furthermore, remember to tap on the notice ringer so at whatever point we transfer another video on the best way to bring in cash on the web, you will be refreshed and you can begin getting things going. Likewise, if it's not too much trouble, give this video a major thumbs up, and if at any point you have any worries, questions, or suppositions about the video, try not to be modest and simply leave a remark down beneath. Might you want to get compensated for each and every snap? Indeed, not exclusively is this system new, yet entirely it's all totally free and overall accessible. So first, we need to check in the event that you have what's important to make this work. Number 1, you'll require a PC or a PC, tablet, or cell phone. Number 2, you'll require a web association. Furthermore, number 3, you want to know how to click. Assuming you have those 3, fantastic. You can make this work. Presently, just before I clarify for you how you can do this, remark down underneath, I am from Clear, aka your country. In like that, I will know precisely where you're from. So later on, I can ensure that each and every video I discharge is intended for you. So drop your nation's name in the comment down below. What's more, remember, I have an extraordinary reward for you toward the finish of this video, where I will give you a free device, which will set everything on complete autopilot so you can procure from those snaps inactively. So try to stay close by and continue to observe as far as possible until the end. Presently we should begin. Let me, first and foremost, show you that this system works around the world. As you can see here, everybody can join. Anybody from any place can join this program and begin bringing in cash in practically no time. Also, best of all, you don't need to sell anything. This isn't a partner program, this isn't a connection shortening administration, and individuals don't need to pursue something. They don't have to spend any cash whatsoever, in a real sense simply have to click, nothing more and nothing less. So this is fundamentally one of the least demanding ways of beginning bringing in cash online on a total autopilot. So it tends to be an automated source of income for you. Presently, here's the idea: you and I with the other 3 billion individuals all over the planet have been involving Google as our default or fundamental program. This time we're utilizing Google to look for something on the web and to surf the web. However, for this technique, rather than Google, we will utilize entireweb.com. This site is additionally a free web crawler, very much like Google. However, the fundamental distinction between Google and entireweb.com is that the last option will, as a matter of fact, pay you for each snap. To be exact, it will really pay you 20 pennies for each snap that you get, or the same to $4 for 20 ticks. The justification for why they're paying you is that since Google is a gigantic contender, and they need to draw in additional individuals to utilize their web crawler over Google, they're paying you 20 pennies for every snap, since Google doesn't. Furthermore, clearly, since both of these web indexes are free, the vast majority would prefer pick in to utilize entireweb.com, on the grounds that it will pay them 20 pennies for each snap, which is pretty great, taking into account the way that it's totally free. So you want to hop on this quickly. Furthermore, exploit the subsequent site, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Presently you should simply head toward entireweb.com. When you're here, you need to click this menu button in the upper right corner, and that is going to give you these classes like Home, Services, Free Submission, SEO, Promotion, Market, Affiliate, Directory, Advertise, etc. Yet, you need to zero in on just a single class that will make you cash. Also, that is a subsidiary, so click it. Furthermore, don't stress, since you don't need to sell anything, as I said before. Also, you don't need to make individuals purchase anything or pay for something. Truth be told, you're getting compensated 20 pennies for every snap that you get. so you can get others that are routinely utilizing Google to begin utilizing entireWeb.com. All things being equal. Also, assuming they utilize your connection, you will cause 20 pennies for each snap that you get, which is simply astounding. As I said, there are more than 3 billion individuals who are utilizing Google consistently. So there's a gigantic, huge likely regardless of whether you simply allude 100 individuals to this site. That is as yet going to be an enormous recurring, automated revenue for you. As may be obvious, you will get compensated for each snap, they will pay you for all snaps you produce, and you can procure up to 20 pennies for every guest, which is truly cool. The best part is you have a high change rate since it's all totally free and truly basic. They simply have to ride the web involving entireWeb.com as they typically do. Everybody can go along with, anybody from any place on the planet. Furthermore, it's straightforward to begin with. Inside the space of close to joining, you'll be going, and have begun to bring in cash from your traffic. You'll see precisely the way in which it works and what the dashboard would resemble, and you'll see precisely the way that you can pull out your cash. For the time being, let me show you another extraordinary thing. This is the way you will be paid. This is the way you will be paid. You will be paid through PayPal. Furthermore, the base payout as Steam is $50, which might appear to be a ton. However, you can without much of a stretch acquire $50 with this site and in a split second liquidate it out and spend that cash on anything that you like. So in continuation, when you approach this page, you really want to click Create Account here, so you can pursue totally free. Presently you really want to finish up certain insights regarding yourself. You really want to enter your most memorable name and last name, and you will pick your own following ID. For instance, you can type in certain words or expressions that you like. Suppose, for example, my YouTube channel is The Prodigy, so my following ID will be Digital Success. And afterward, enter your email address for your record. When that's what you do, you really want to enter extra data about yourself. After that, simply finish up the payout techniques any way you need to get compensated. The best thing is that PayPal isn't the main installment choice they have. So for effortlessness, simply enter your PayPal email address, and they will pay you as soon as you hit the payout edge. In conclusion, you really want to peruse their agreements. What's more, that is all there is to it. The enrollment cycle ought to take no longer than 60 seconds. Presently you will begin bringing in cash for each snap that you produce. Furthermore, when you sign into your record, this is what your dashboard would resemble. Here are your missions. What's more, when you click home here on the left-hand side, you can really follow your snaps and track how much cash you have made. As may be obvious, since this is a pristine record, showing 0 is clearly going clicks and $0. In any case, when we begin getting clicks, these will change and we will begin getting cash, which we can then pull out by tapping on the My Profile button here on the left-hand side. Furthermore, we can demand a withdrawal when we have reached the payout edge. So what you want to do to begin getting those snaps is first to need to snatch your Member Connect here on top. This is your extraordinary connection, so you really want to duplicate this in light of the fact that at whatever point somebody goes to this Connect, you will get compensated 20 pennies for every snap. So you're simply alluding individuals to entireWeb.com, where they can ride the web as they typically do with Google. Also, for each snap, you're being paid, which is truly straightforward and simple. In continuation, when you duplicate your offshoot Connect, you can then begin imparting it to other individuals. So you can create those snaps and begin bringing in cash. Presently, sure, you can share your connection on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and other social media stages. Share it with your loved ones, that is most certainly going to get you a few ticks. Furthermore, that is certainly going to make you some cash. Yet, to set this up in complete autopilot, where you have the potential to arrive at a great many snaps, then, at that point, you want to utilize this technique, which I'm going to share with you. Yet, genuine fast, on the off chance that you all are partaking in this video, in which I've invested a ton of effort and energy to do, I would truly see the value in it, assuming that you folks tap the like button and make sure you buy in with a warning on. Furthermore, in the event that we get 2,000 preferences on this video, I'll drop a fresh out of the box new video 1 week from now to show you folks precisely how to get significantly more cash flow web-based, doing fundamental stuff like this in the solace of your home. So most importantly, you really want to open up Google Docs and open up a clear record. Here you can compose something momentarily and make a source of inspiration for your unique connection that takes individuals to entire-web.com. So compose something momentarily. For instance, I've composed in better than Google. Attempt this new and free web index called the whole web. Furthermore, I've stuck my offshoot connect here. You genuinely must leave your subsidiary connection so individuals can tap on it. Furthermore, I put something like this, attempt it in a flash and let me know whether it's truly better compared to Google or not. So put phrases like, it's new or it's totally free. In that manner it will draw in additional individuals since they will know immediately that they try not to have to purchase something, they don't have to spend any cash. They can simply give this a shot free of charge and it takes them just seconds. And afterward I will put a short portrayal beneath. Additionally in the depiction, you can have your offshoot connect. In like that, I have a higher possibility getting more snaps. Then, pick the class from the rundown and select the security to be public. So everybody can see it. And afterward you can give it various labels. The more labels you put, the more individuals you'll draw in. Furthermore, from that point forward, simply click publish. Also, that is all there is to it. Presently you can possibly contact north of 140 million individuals with this article. So they can see and attempt entire web themselves. Then again, you will get compensated 20 pennies for each snap that you produce or same. To $4 for 20 ticks, $20 for 100 ticks, or $200 for 1,000 ticks which are altogether recurring, automated revenue that you can acquire for totally free with this site. To make $1,000 you in a real sense simply need 5,000 ticks, which are really feasible since they should simply tap on your connection and utilize the free web index very much like they ordinarily do with Google. So exploit this methodology and begin bringing in cash quickly in light of the fact that, as I would like to think, this is one of the simplest ways of beginning bringing in cash and the most effective way to set up a recurring source of income on the web. Also, that wraps it up. That is precisely the way in which you get compensated per click.